How are you guys come back today, Adrian?
Strong. Obviously, I heard Nuri allude to it a little bit, but guys bounce back well and have to come out with energy and refocus it on Ohio State.
How do you do this every week? Like, how do you flush the previous game and then come up here? Like, is there a process you go through on Sunday night? Meditation, something? Because I have to think this gets tired.
Yeah. Well, Purdue has a rule, the 24-hour rule, and I do my best to stick to that. 24 hours to celebrate or mourn, whatever it may be, and flush it and move on. And for me, it's all about focusing on the present moment. And yeah, that was a tough loss, a tough moment for myself, but I have another great opportunity. And some of that's putting things in perspective, whether that be football itself or a game.
Is there like a time on Sunday where you try to like set it and circle it and say this by this time?
Not necessarily. I try and let it run its course, but Monday morning, there's nothing on my mind except that next game.
How close, Adrian, do you think this offense is to maximizing, to reaching its potential? Do you think of it that way?
I wouldn't say I think of it that way. I know how close we are to playing. I guess you could say at how we're capable of playing. I know we've hit that stride a couple times this year, and then another times we haven't been in sync. So it's more of a matter of execution from all of us. Starts with me and my decision making, our line, our receivers, running backs. It's 11 guys on the field. We know we're capable of that. It's just a matter of executing. It's not. We don't feel like we're far from that. If that makes sense.
You've had in 3 starts against Ohio State pretty much every kind of experience that you could. I mean, except a win.
Yeah.
But success. Times where it was getting away from you. When you look at those, successful quarters or drives, what's been the key? What's been the thing that's gotten you to have success against their level of defense?
Yeah. May sound cliche, but I mean it. Execution, and that means quick decisions. So having that timer on and knowing that I have to be sharp, accurate, because they obviously have a really good team, really good athletes on that side of the ball, and they'll make plays. So have to be sharp in all phases, and that includes being accurate and quick with decision making.
And second play, the second half, did that outside of the sack, did that unfold the way you guys wanted it to? Like you intended to look over and look like you didn't know what was happening and the snap came down.
On which one?
The second play of the second half.
Okay.
It was kind of a trick play.
Yeah, it was second and short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We ran the play we were supposed to. Yeah. That's how it was designed, and that's how we ran it. And it didn't necessarily go as planned. That's how some of the things go.
Had you guys been practicing that for a while, that look over the sideline and then look back and snap right?
Yeah, it's it was in our play sheet. It was on the game plan. It wasn't something we just came up with. So,
Adrian, not many people are giving you guys a chance Saturday outside, but you've done so well on blocking out the noise. How do you block out the noise, and how do you keep everybody on board?
Yeah, just about focus, and somewhat pride. And a lot of guys on our team have it. A lot of guys care about this program, care about the individuals across from each other. We're brothers. So we're going to continue to fight, and that's what it's about. It's not about he said, she said, and, who's giving us a chance. I mean, none of that stuff matters. It doesn't. What matters is what we do. We know what we're capable of, and the execution that it'll take on Saturday for us to get the win.
You see them, Ohio State, as a gauge, as a standard, and it hasn't been that way at all since you've gotten to Nebraska. Like, hey, that's the bar, and we're striving to reach.
It's no secret that Ohio State is. I mean, I couldn't tell you their records, but they've won the Big 12 or Big 10 championship probably several years now, maybe in a row, maybe not. They've been dominant. So yeah, I'd say they're the standard for the Big 10, really. And I think every team circles them when they see them on the schedule.
Sounds like they've been dropping an extra guy back in coverage since they changed their defense. like all up a little bit. How does that, when there's two safeties back there, how does that change the process, approach, or reads?
Yeah, the coordinator switch is a bit noteworthy there, but part of that's just going through coverage reads, and part of that's game plan. Some of the things we're going to have in that might change because of that. I'd argue that they also run a fair amount of one eye still too. So,
How big or how small do you think that talent gap is right now between you guys and Ohio State? And has that changed over the years, in your opinion, since you've been here?
I would say it's changed. We have a lot of talent right now, and guys that I'm confident in, and we're confident in ourselves. I don't view it as a talent thing for us. It's got to be execution. We have to go out there and be sharp. That's what the best teams do, and Ohio State has a talent, and they're sharp as well. So.
Anything else? All right, appreciate it.